Good morning. I'm Dr. Gregg Pizzi, psychologist, relationship specialist, and board certified sex therapist, speaking to you live from Miami, Florida at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. Welcome to my live cast. This is my 14th episode here on PizziPSYC on Facebook and YouTube, and I appreciate your joining and participating with us today. We have a very special episode today. I'm proud and pleased and grateful to announce to you guys that I have my first guest interview on this morning, and I'm very pleased to introduce to you Chris Bilyk, my brother in recovery and the founder of State of Gratitude USA, a wonderful initiative that this man started with the money that he got from his stimulus check back when the coronavirus started. He took the $1,200 that he got and he started an initiative, a charitable foundation to help other people in need. And we're going to talk all about that in a little bit. So please stay tuned to welcome Chris to the show. You're going to love this guy. He's sweet, kind, thoughtful, resourceful, and adorable. So please stay tuned, and I can't wait to share this with you guys. Also, there's a promotion available if you guys would like to check out his website. He has some really nice stuff, and we all get a discount for participating. There's a promotional code that I'll be telling you guys about, and you should see it also in the comments. Good morning, Turner. Welcome back. Thank you, and great to see you. We're also going to talk about a few other things, including Hurricane Sally and Andrew Gillum's coming out as a black bisexual man. So once again, welcome. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and share these videos. That's the only way that I get any recognition on this cyberspace that we're in. So please like, subscribe, and share. Good morning, John. Great to see you. Thank you. All right, moving on. In today's news. Okay, as I said earlier, this is my 14th live stream, which occurs on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. In the news, we're going to do the news, then the relationship tip with free gift, of course, as always, followed by affirmation and gratitude. Please like and follow me here. A little bit about me, those of you who know me. I am a psychologist, a relationship coach, and a sex therapist. I've struggled with my own identity issues throughout my life, my own difficulties with addiction and depression and anxiety. And by working through these issues throughout my lifespan, I have come to better understand myself, and I think that makes me a better therapist to help those that I serve, because I understand myself. I'm pretty aware of myself, and I always do my best to make sure that my own personal issues don't get in the way of my ability to be neutral and understanding to my patients and my clients. I've come to realize that gratitude is so important, is so valuable through my own study of appreciation, metacognition, the study of thinking, focusing on what we appreciate in this life and seeing the good in all things, the opportunity for learning in everything. I've learned that it's almost impossible for us to suffer or feel negatively about anything when we are truly focused on that which we feel grateful for. So I hope that you guys will comment and share your thoughts about that as we continue today. In the news, Hurricane Sally is headed to the southern U.S. as we speak. Most specifically, the state of Louisiana is going to be affected. But as I last checked a few minutes ago, it had been lowered to a Category 1 storm. However, it is expected to gain force before touching land in the Gulf Coast as a dangerous hurricane, okay, according to the National Hurricane Center. So stay tuned, and please check your news and local weather for updates on Hurricane Sally. For those of you who aren't aware, Andrew Gillum is an American politician who served as the 126th mayor of Tallahassee, Florida, for 4 years from 2014 to 2018, and was the Democratic Party nominee for governor of Florida in the 2018 election. He served as a Tallahassee City Commissioner from 2003 to 2014, first elected at the young age of 23 years old. Well, he recently came out publicly as bisexual, and I think this is rather significant. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Thank you. I think it's really significant when a leader, person in a position of leadership, especially political leadership, makes a statement about this, because it's really, it takes a lot of vulnerability, it takes a lot of guts, and it takes a lot of risk to come out and to be truly authentic often in our society where there's so much judgment, miseducation, and, prejudice for so many things. I found this out, that this had happened, on Twitter, where I received a tweet by a woman who said that her first reaction to his coming out was that she honestly doesn't give a flying fuck, because it's irritating that this shit still matters. Well, that's nice and everything, and it would be nice if it wasn't a big deal, but it is a big deal. And I think that we owe our support to this man. In fact, I think it takes a lot more guts to come out as a black bisexual man than it does to come out as a white bisexual man, especially in our country. Because let's face it, black men already have so many cards stacked up against them as it is. And in order to be able to make that statement in front of his wife and family, I think deserves my utmost respect, and I fully support him and his family. And I really appreciate the guts that it took to do that. Not only does it take 10 times the guts to come out as a black bisexual man, but just to come out as bisexual at all is almost unheard of. You nowadays you see people taking one side or another. It's either, oh, I'm not gay, or I'm gay, or I'm gay or I'm not gay. Within the gay lesbian community, there's so much judgment about bisexuals because it's a highly misunderstood term. People don't really even know what bisexual means, and because of that because of that ambiguity or lack of clarity, or maybe lack of experience with people who come out as bi, people often assume that it's because they don't want to make a choice, that they don't want to commit to one or the other, or no one's truly bisexual. And I hear this all the time. And I have received judgment and rejection within my own community for being bisexual. And I think that it's something we need to just all kind of just chill out a little bit and take a break and just be there to support one another. If somebody comes out, no matter what they come out as, if they come out as purple, pink, blue, if they come out as trisexual, sexual, quadrisexual, asexual, whatever it is, so let's support each other instead of shooting each other down. And let's not misuse our anger, because our anger's our issue. It's about us, not about the people that we're there to support. So Andrew Gillum, thank you for doing that. All people who come out of the closet are brave, no matter what it is. Everybody has a different story. But as I said earlier, I do think it's particularly noteworthy for a black man to come out of the closet at all. We need to stick together as a community and help each other. So please comment below. Let me know what you think about this. I really would appreciate your feedback on this, because sometimes I get so passionate that I may lose some perspective because I'm very partial, but I do try to be fair, and I try to think about people's feelings in everything that I do. So I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts about that. Everybody, I appreciate your being here this morning, and I'm looking forward to sharing my next feature topic with you, which is my very first guest here on the livecast. My friend and colleague Chris Bilyk, the founder of State of Gratitude USA. In the comments below, you will find the link for his website. It's www.stateofgratitudeusa.com. He's going to tell you all about his amazing initiative that he started a few months ago when the coronavirus hit with the money he got from his stimulus check. He took this money and immediately put it to work toward a foundation, a grant, to help others who are facing challenges that want to start a new life for themselves. So I'm very excited to bring to you guys my first interview here on PizziPSYC with Chris Bilyk. I hope you enjoy. Chris, welcome to my live cast. Thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to introduce to everybody Chris Bilyk, my brother in recovery. As I told you about State of Gratitude, his initiative is growing in popularity and becoming more and more useful and helpful to those in need. Chris, welcome, and tell us a little bit about State of Gratitude and about what you've been up to the last several months.
Hi, Greg. Thank you so much for having me. Just to start off with that, I appreciate you and everything that you do, and the support that you've given to me and to this initiative has just is priceless, you know. So as you might or may not notice, I am currently in a moving, how do they call those? Like RVs, yes.
A moving vehicle, I think it's called.
A moving vehicle. I don't know. That could also be like a car. So
and your seatbelt's not on, I noticed.
We're stopped. We're stopped. So I started State of Gratitude as a way to be able to help others who are new to recovery, to help them get back on their feet again. Through my own experience, I saw a lot of my newly sober friends going back out again due to the fact that they didn't have some financial resources that were extremely necessary in the beginning of the process, to help them focus more on their recovery. They were too preoccupied with, you know, how they were going to cover a rent expense or how they were going to pay a certain bill. Keep
survival,
exactly. And, you know, a lot of people, including myself, who start the journey into recovery, have kind of more or less have exhausted all their resources, you know.
Is that because often when people get to the point, or in your experience, a lot of people who enter recovery, by then, part of the reason they're entering recovery is because they're at the end of their rope and they have nothing left? Is that a part of it?
I mean, that could be part of, you know, everybody has a different bottom, as we like to say. But, you know, for a lot of people, it could be exhaustion of all resources, you know, loss of faith and trust from family and friends, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, obviously not every individual who is new to recovery has that problem, but there are an overwhelming majority that do. And so as a way to take the mind off of, you know, all the extras that are going on in people's lives and allowing them to focus on what's actually important, I started State of Gratitude as this way of selling merchandise, hats, shirts, bags, bottles, whatever, you name it, and growing it, and then taking a portion of all of our sales, our profits, and putting it towards this fund that we would give grant money out to individuals who were new to the recovery process or to recovery.
What was it like for you to be able to hand someone in recovery the first check?
We're looking to open the application portal today, and we're hoping to give out another grant by October 15th, which is exciting. But the first grant was amazing.
But initially it was quarterly, right?
Yeah, it is quarterly. The first, you know, October starts the last quarter of the year, and then hopefully, you know, we'll do it again in January. But it's all based off of how much we can actually accumulate over those periods of time. But since the way that everything's been going, we just hit 305 orders yesterday.
Congrats.
Thank you. So that was amazing. Truly, truly blessed and grateful for that. And yeah, we still have so much work to do. You know, I don't want to stop here. I want to keep this momentum moving forward. But back to your question, though, how did it feel? I had mixed emotions. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I was so overjoyed and thrilled to be able to have the opportunity to give out a grant. But I also had this like tremendous heartache inside of me that just felt badly about not having more funds to give out to other applicants as well. One of the hardest parts of that initiative was having to tell other people that I didn't have anything to give them, which was heartbreaking.
Wow.
But it like renewed my spirit or my
Commitment.
desire, my passion to working even harder to get the news out about this initiative even more and to generate more revenue, to create more grants, to be able to give out more than one grant a quarter. You know, I don't want to tell anybody no.
And I understand that your family has been one of, if not your biggest supporter behind you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're always a part of everything. My mom's always asking me, she's like, how many orders did you get today?
That's wonderful. What would you say is something amazing that has happened along this road of your initiative in State of Gratitude that you couldn't possibly have ever planned for?
That I could not have planned.
Yeah.
I think that we all create these desires, these dreams, we create these aspirations, but oftentimes they remain dreams, aspirations, or things that we want to accomplish, or things that we want to do, but we may never even get
99% of the time they remain just a fleeting thought.
So to think that like I started something in March by walking down to my parents' room and just being like, hey, I want to do this, you know, and actually seeing all the pieces and all the parts come together to the point where like the biggest defining moment for me was when I gave out that first grant, to be perfectly honest with you. Like my feeling of like, oh my God, this is actually happening. You know, I felt as though it had finally come full circle from inception to creation to sales to actually being able to give out that first grant. I was kind of mind blown because I was like, oh my God, like I'm actually about to give somebody $500.
So is that like a moment where it just kind of felt right?
That's when everything
kind of came together.
That's when everything felt perfect. Like it felt like everything had finally fallen into place and everything was working out the way that it was supposed to. When I don't see any orders for the day, I get super flustered and I'm like, why isn't anybody buying anything?
It's up there. Yeah, patience is up there with that fluffy virtual stuff like gratitude.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right. They're kind of like in the same ballpark.
It's like talking another language sometimes.
Exactly. You know, I sit there and I'll look and I'll be like, hey, you know, I have 100 site visits today, but I don't have a single order. But then I'm like, you know what? That's okay, because that means that it reached 100 people that it didn't reach yesterday, and maybe those people will come back in the future, or maybe they got something from some of the content that I've created, and that is in and of itself priceless.
Absolutely, because your website is a one-stop shop for education, inspiration, and fashion.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. That's what I'm gunning for.
What's in store for future plans for State of Gratitude USA? What can we expect to see in the coming months?
So in the coming months, I'm working on a couple different projects, actually. I generated some new merchandise for the month of October because the month of October is Cancer Awareness Month. And I've come to the realization, you know, that recovery takes many different shapes and forms. It doesn't all have to come through alcohol or substance abuse. And so I'm working on a partnership with St. Jude Hospital to help
Wow.
portion of the proceeds from all of our cancer awareness gear, which is basically everything that has a pink logo or emblem on it. I can show you here. Pop into my bag of tricks. Whoop. So you'll see.
Ooh, that is so cool.
Yeah,
Is that
so in
pink,
addition
though?
to,
Or is that fuchsia?
and it's like a fuchsia.
I
It's a
know.
fuchsia art.
Please don't shame your fellow gays and get the colors right, at least.
What? It's a beautiful color. I love
It's
it.
gorgeous. I mean, just use the right term. No, that's beautiful. That's awesome. So it sounds like your website might I predict a slight shift toward, not a shift, but a refocusing toward healing, overall healing.
The main purpose is to just show gratitude for every day that we have, and to realize that we can turn our struggles into something positive, and turn the negatives of the ugly hands that we've been dealt into some beautiful hands, like as I've been trying to do. At least, I've turned a very dark time in my life into something that I hope could be inspiring to somebody else in the future.
Going from victim to survivor, right?
Exactly.
You have some exciting plans for new products and really cool stuff on your website. People are going to want to be apprised of the newest editions. So
Yeah, you guys can go to the site if you want to get something for yourself, show how you feel about gratitude from the inside out. You can always stop on our site, stateofgratitudeusa.com. For watching this video, you can use DRGREGG, Dr. Gregg, and you'll get a discount with your purchase. So you can apply that at the checkout page.
thank you. That's generous of you, Chris. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Well, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for being so honest and authentic with your own story, your personal story, and for sharing it with all of us. You personally inspire me as a brother in recovery, as well as, fellow gay man. And it's wonderful to see how you're making your life what it is today by focusing on what you're appreciative and grateful for.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And I wish everybody who's watching to have a truly amazing day, filled with gratitude, of course.
Of course. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me for that wonderful opportunity to meet with Chris Bilyk of State of Gratitude USA. Please go to his website. I indicated in the comments below. Support his beautiful initiative, and again, join me in congratulating Chris on such a beautiful accomplishment. Now, moving on to our relationship and sex tip of the day. If you want someone in your life to open up and be vulnerable with you, the best way to make that happen is for you to be open, honest, and vulnerable. So I often get the comment of, how can I get my husband to open up? How can I get my boyfriend to open up and share what's going on inside him? Well, the best way to promote that and to inspire somebody to be trusting and open and vulnerable is for you to do that. That's called modeling behavior. And when people see that we trust them, it's easier for them to trust us. This is a social behavior. So if you want someone to open up and be honest and vulnerable with you, share their deepest secrets, feelings, and desires, you do that with them. Become open, honest, communicative, and vulnerable with them in little ways, not all at once. Don't dump everything that ever came into your heart all at once. You scare the person away, understandably so. But be open, share, and be yourself. That's the best way to inspire another person to do the same. I'd like to share with you my free relationship report card. That's my free gift to you. If you go to my website, which is www.PizziPSYC.com, and scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see a blue Message Us button. Send me your email there, and I will send you my free, if you ask for the report card, I'll send you my free relationship report card. And I will send you that free gift. And then when you score it and send it back to me, I will give you my feedback. Okay, that's my free gift to you. So please feel free to message me at my website for your free relationship report card. Thank you very much. Moving on to our gratitude moment. I'm grateful for the abundance of all kinds that has consistently permeated my life. I'm grateful for the abundance of all kinds that has consistently permeated my life. The reason it's useful to focus on our gratitude is because we attract more of that which we focus our attention on. We tend to bring about more of that which we focus our attention on. So that's why I bring you this gratitude moment every time. And my gratitude for today is that I'm grateful for the abundance of all kinds of abundance that has consistently permeated my life. Does that mean I never have difficult moments or that I've never felt badly? No. But I choose to focus on the abundance in all the different ways that it characterizes my life. Coming up on upcoming episodes of PizziPSYC, stay tuned, and the best way to know what's coming in future episodes is to subscribe to me on YouTube at PizziPSYC and here on my page on Facebook. You will be notified of new episodes and all upcoming topics. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday morning, so please join us and don't forget to subscribe yet again. Moving on to our final moment here in our live cast is the affirmation moment, coming from the Secret app on the law of attraction. Hey Kyle, how are you? Good to see you. Can you elaborate more about what you've done when you say done that? And let's hear your experiences, okay? Thank you so much for participating. The affirmation: unless you fill yourself up first, you have nothing to give anybody. Therefore, it's imperative that you attend to you first. Like they say in the airplane, put on your own oxygen mask first before assisting others. That applies throughout life. Attend first to your own joy. People are responsible for their own joy, their own happiness. When you tend to your joy and what makes you feel good, you're a joy to be around. You become a shining example to every person in your life. And when you're feeling joy, you don't even have to think about giving. It's a natural overflow. Thank you again, everybody, for participating and being here on my channel, PizziPSYC on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Dr. Gregg Pizzi, psychologist, relationship specialist, and sex therapist. I appreciate your participation, and I wish you a wonderful day. See you next time.